Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be discussing a topic that nearly affects everyone: why the 90% of people stay poor. We'll also cover why we were never taught personal finance in our schools. If you ever wondered why money always seems tight, why you were told to save but not how to actually grow your money, or why you're figuring out credit, debt, and investing on your own, then this video is for you. And let's break it down. 90% of people are either living paycheck to paycheck or have little to no financial security. But why exactly? Well, the first reason is the system is designed that way. We live in a world where consumerism is pushed very hard. From the moment we're old enough to watch TV, we're taught to spend and not to invest. Ads would also tell us to buy the latest phones, cars, or clothes instead of putting that money aside in assets or building wealth. Reason number two, most people trade their time for money. We're taught to get a job, work 40 plus hours a week, and hope for a raise or a promotion. But trading time for money has a limit. There are only so many hours in a day. The wealthy, however, focus on building assets and other instruments that allow them to make money while they sleep. And moving on to reason number three, debt traps. Credit cards, student loans, car loans, these are marketed as normal. But the more debt you carry, the harder it is to build wealth. Many people spend decades just paying interest instead of investing for their future. And reason number four, a simple lack of knowledge. People simply aren't taught how money works, which leads me into the next part that I'd like to cover, and that's why finance was never taught in schools. Let's be honest, did your school ever teach you how to budget, build credit, invest, or even start a business? Probably not. And the reason is because schools were designed for workers, not owners. Our school systems were built during the industrial age. The goal was to create good employees, people who would follow rules, show up on time, and work for a company, not people who would challenge the system, build businesses, or generate wealth independently. Which leads me to my second point. Who would benefit if we were all financially free? If everyone knew how to manage money, invest, and escape debt, who would be working the lower wage jobs? Who would take on massive debt for things that they don't need? The truth is that keeping the majority uninformed about money keeps the economy as it is, running. The last thing to point out is that finance education was left up to the families, but most didn't know either. Because schools skipped personal finance, it was up to parents to teach it. But if your parents didn't know how to build wealth, how could they teach you? So what exactly can you do about it? Well, the good news is you can break that cycle. Start learning about investments through books, podcasts, or even financial services. Focus on assets, things like stocks, real estate, and building side businesses. Stop chasing shiny things. Build wealth first, then enjoy the luxuries later. Talk about money with friends, family, your kids. Break the silence around finances. And I can assure you that doing so will be worthwhile. Now, if you found this video helpful, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. Let me know, what's one thing that you wish that you learned about finance in school? Let's take control of our financial future together. And remember, stay smart.